Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate 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 Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Narottamam
Devin Saraswatin Vyasam
Devim Saraswati Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Jayamudiraye
Ashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Ashtaprayesu Bhadresu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavate Uttama Sloke
Bhagavate Uttama Sloke
Bhaktim Bhavati Ranaistiti
Bhaktim Bhavati Nastiti
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya cha
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 2, text number 12. 2 to 12. So this canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation. The chapter name is The God in the Heart. So please repeat behind me the sloka. Adīna-līlā-hasitekṣaṇollasad.
Adīna-līlā-hasitekṣaṇollasad.
Bhrū-bhaṅga-saṁsūcita-bhūry-anugraham.
Bhū-bhaṅga-saṁsūcita-bhūry-anugraham.
īkṣeta cintāmayam enam īśvaraṁ.
īkṣeta cintāmayam enam
yāvan mano dhāraṇayāvatiṣṭhate.
yāvan mano dhāraṇayāvatiṣṭhate.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Adīna, very magnanimous.
Very magnanimous.
Līlā, pastimes. Hasita, smiling. īkṣeta, by glancing over. Ullasad, glowing. Bhṛū-bhaṅga, signals of the eyebrow. Saṁsūcita, indicated. Bhūri, extensive. Anugraham, benediction. īkṣeta, one must concentrate on. Cintāmayam, transcendental. Enam, this particular. īśvaraṁ, the Supreme Lord. Yāvat, as long as. Manaha, the mind. Dhāraṇaya, by meditation. Avatiṣṭhate, can be fixed. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhaya Charanavindaya Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. The Lord's magnanimous pastimes and the glowing glancing of His smiling face are all indications of His extensive benediction. One must therefore concentrate on
concentrate on
this transcendental form of the Lord.
this transcendental form of the Lord.
As long as the
As long as the
mind can be
mind can be
fixed on him by meditation.
fixed on him by meditation.
Purport. In Bhagavad-gītā 12.5, it is said that the impersonalist undergoes a series of difficult programs on account of his impersonal meditation. But the devotee, due to the Lord's personal service, progresses very easily. Impersonal meditation is therefore a source of suffering for the impersonalist. Here, the devotee has an advantage over the impersonalist philosopher. The impersonalist is doubtful about the personal feature of the Lord, and therefore he always tries to meditate upon something which is not objective. For this reason, there is an authentic statement in the Bhagavatam regarding the positive concentration of the mind on the factual form of the Lord. The process of meditation recommended herein in Bhakti Yoga or the process of devotional service after one is liberated from the material conditions. Jnana Yoga is the process of liberation from the material condition after one is liberated from the conditions of material existence. That is, when one is nivritta, as previously stated herein, or when one is freed from all material necessities. One becomes qualified to discharge the process of Bhakti Yoga. Therefore, Bhakti Yoga includes Jnana Yoga. In other words, the process of pure devotional service simultaneously serves the purpose of Jnana Yoga because liberation from material conditions is automatically achieved by the gradual development of pure devotional service. These effects of Bhakti Yoga are called anartha nivarti. Things which are artificially acquired gradually disappear along with the progress of Bhakti Yoga. Meditation on the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead, the first processional steps, must show its effect by anartha nivarti. The grossest type of anartha which binds the conditioned soul is material existence is sex desire. And this sex desire gradually develops in the union of the male and the female. When the male and the female are united, the sex desire is further aggravated by the accumulation of buildings, children, friends, relatives, and wealth. When all these are acquired, the conditioned soul become overwhelmed by such entanglements, and the false sense of egoism or the sense of myself and mine become prominent, and the sex desire expand to various political, social, altruistic, philanthropic, and many other unwanted engagements, resembling the foam of the sea waves, which become very prominent at one time and at the next moment vanishes as quickly as the cloud in the sky. The conditional soul is encircled by such products and as well as products of sex desire, and therefore Bhakti Yoga leads to gradual evaporation of the sex desire, which is summarized in three headings, namely profit, adoration, and distinction. All conditioned souls are mad after these different forms of desire, and one shall see for himself how much he has been freed from such material hankering based primarily on the sex desire. As a person feels his hunger satisfied after eating each morsel of foodstuff, he must simultaneously be able to see the degree to which he is able to free from sex desire. The sex desire is diminished along with its various forms by the process of Bhakti Yoga, because Bhakti Yoga automatically, by the grace of the Lord, effectively results in knowledge and renunciation. Even if the devotee is not materially very well educated, knowledge means knowing things as they are. And if the deliberation, it is found that there are things which are at all unnecessary, naturally, the person who has acquired knowledge leaves aside such unwanted things. When the conditioned soul finds by culture of knowledge that material necessities are unwanted things, he becomes detached from such unwanted things. This stage of knowledge is called vairagya, or detachment from unwanted things. We have previously discussed that the transcendentalist is required to be self-sufficient and should not beg from the rich blind persons to fulfill the bare necessities of life. Sukadeva Goswami has suggested some alternatives for the bare necessities of life, namely the problem of eating, sleeping, and shelter. But he has not suggested any alternative for sex satisfaction. One who has the sex desire still with him should not at all try to accept the renounced order of life. For one who has not attained to this stage, there is no question of a renounced order of life. So, by the gradual process of devotional service under the guidance of a proper spiritual master and following the principle of Bhagavatam, one must be able to at least to control the gross sex desire before one accepts the renounced order of life factually. So purification means getting freed gradually from this desire, and this is attained by meditation on the person of the Lord as described herein. Beginning from the feet, one should try to go upward artificially without seeing himself how much he has been released from the sex desire. The smiling face of the Lord is the 10th canto in Srimad Bhagavatam, and there are many upstarts who at once try to begin with the 10th canto, and especially with the 5 chapters which delineated the Rasa-līlā of the Lord. This is certainly improper. By such improper study or hearing of Bhagavatam, the material opportunities have played havoc by indulgence in sex life in the name of Bhagavatam. This vilification of Bhagavatam is rendered by the act of the so-called devotees. One should be freed from all kinds of desire before he try to make a show to recital of Bhagavatam. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura clearly defines the import of purification as cessation from sex indulgence. He says that Yada Yada Dishcha Sudyate Vishaya Lama Patyam Tyajati Tata Tata Dharayat Iti Chitta Sutti Tatra Taratam Yenaiva Dana Taratamyam Uktam. And as one gets freed from the intoxication of sex indulgence by purification of indulgence, one should step forward for the next meditation, or in other words, the progress of meditation on the different limbs of the transcendental body of the Lord should be enhanced in proportion to the process of purification of the heart. The conclusion is that those who are still entrapped by sex indulgence should never progress to meditation above the feet of the Lord. Therefore, recital of Srimad Bhagavatam by them should be restricted to the first and second cantos of great literature. One must complete the purificationary process by assimilating the contents of the first 9 cantos. Then one should be admitted into the realm of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmanitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurume Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Putale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pashasha Desha Dharane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So today's sloka, it is again Sukadeva Goswami is giving the stress on the concentrating at the form of the Lord. Yesterday we discussed how the Supreme Lord as a Paramatma, he is residing in our heart, in our region of the center part of our chest. He is there. He is the size also mentioned. He was the 8-inch size, and he has Changu Chakra, Gada Padma in the way, and he is the yellowish dress. He has the headdress and the earrings, and he has smiling face, and his lotus feet in the lotus. So all is mentioned. So if you meditate upon that form of the Lord, then you will give the all the benedictions. And the magnanimous pastimes also, it will give the extensive benediction to the devotees. So what we need to do? So we need to concentrate on the transcendental form of the Lord, as long as the mind can be fixed on him by meditation. So this is the advice given by Sukadeva Goswami. So we need to meditate upon the Paramatma who is there in the heart. And also if you see the 12.5 Bhagavad-gītā 12.5, Krishna talked about the impersonalist. So see, Krishna clearly saying that it is very difficult, this path. So if you see this 12.5 sloka, Klesho Atikyataraste Sam avyakta shakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir dukkham ekavadbir avapyate. So what he is saying, for those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. So Krishna here is clearly saying that for the impersonal form, if you meditate upon the impersonal form, it is very, very difficult to advancement of spiritual path. So there are many impersonal people are there in this world. They used to say that God has no form, so we need to meditate upon him. So there are multiple religions also. Other religions also they have the same concept of the Lord. Lord has no form. So if you say that Lord has no form, there is the another argument we can say that Lord has the limitation. He can't come to the form. See, he made everything in the form. He made a plant is a form, animals is a form, human beings a form, the earth, the planet, and the universe, everything he made as a form. Why he cannot be in the form? So that is the question of the personalist. So these questions are there, these arguments are there from the time immemorial, the personalism and impersonalism. But we will accept what Lord is saying. So Lord is saying in Bhagavad-gītā that impersonal form of worship, it is very troublesome path. It is very difficult to achieve the desired success. So we will get into the path of the personal form of, to meditate upon the personal form of the Lord. So if you see the many people will say, see that the Muslim people are very Mohammedan people, the Muslim people, they are 5 times they are worshipping the Lord. They are very much attached to the Lord, but we are not doing like that. We are going any functions, any festivals, or some people go on Friday, like that. People used to talk. But if you see the Vedic culture, it is not like that. We are more, our consciousness, our work, it is towards the Lord's service only. And if you see the current scenario also, in ISKCON, Prabhupada introduced that kind of worship, so that the devotees can engage in the service of the Lord always. So in the morning, so there are in ISKCON also 5 different worship, five in the one day. If you take one specific day, any day, it will be there 5 times worship will be there. So there is a first 4:30 a.m. This is the Brahma Muhurta time. There is a Vishwarupa Darshanam. In the other people will call this a Vishwarupa Darshanam. In ISKCON, we will call it as a Mangala Arati. So in the Mangala Arati, the first, we are waking up the Lord. So Lord will waking up the Lord. So Lord wake up. So immediately the curtains are open. Then immediately what we are doing? We are doing Arati and we are worshipping the Lord. So that is it is called that Vishwarupa Darshanam or the Mangala Arati is the time Lord first, once he wake up, he wanted to see his devotees. So the devotees, we all of us in front of him, and we will show the Arati to the Lord. So this is the first worship. And the second worship, when it will happen? After Darshan Arati. So that is once all the decorations done to the Lord, the makeup done to the Lord, then we will have the Darshan Arati. There also we will glorify the Lord. And there we will see the Lord from our eyes. And this is for the Lord is giving the darshan. First morning Mangalarti is our darshan, Lord is taking our darshan, devotee's darshan. And darshanarti is we are taking Lord's darshan. How nicely he is decorated, how the Lord is wearing the dress, how he nicely is wearing the garlands, what is the smell, how it is. In this way, we are meditate upon the Lord. That is the darshanarti. And in the afternoon, there's a third, the same day, it's the first Mangalarti, Darshanarti, morning program over. In the afternoon, there is a Rajabhoga Darshanam, Rajabhoga Arti. So there we will offer Bhoga to the Lord. So whatever the food stuff we can make, we are able to make, we will make. And in the temple, in the ISKCON temple especially, they will make 54 items. Chappan Bhoga they will make and they will offer to the Lord. That then they will worship the Lord. Rajabhoga Darshanam. That is Rajabhoga Darshanam. That is the afternoon. So the 3 worship is done in the afternoon. Then the temple will be closed. And the 4 o'clock again they will open. Then they will start the Sandhya Arati. That is the evening Arati. Then again we will glorify the Lord. This is Sandhya Arati. And around 8:30, mostly on 8 to 8:30 in between this time, that is the Shayana Arati. So we'll sing a song, we'll do the Arati, and we'll do the prayer to the Lord, and we will give the Lord will go to the bed. So this is the way our day is correct. It is set by this is the way, this is the 5 different ways of worship in the per day we have to do as per the Vedic culture. And Prabhupada invoked that kind of culture in ISKCON. So this is the 5 times we have to connect with the Lord. And apart from that, so if you take our morning program, we talked about Navayoga Bhakti. So the same will come, we will get into the morning program itself. Our ISKCON morning program is designed in that way. First we will worship, we will open the Mangala Arati. So we will open the curtain. Then we will worship the Lord. We will worship the Lord with dhoop and water and flowers and whisk, chamara, everything we'll do. Then we will sing Narsimha Arati. Then we will go to the Tulasi Arati. So we will worship in the entire. This is our worship. This if you see closely, if you watch, it will cover all the angas of the bhakti. There are 64 ways of doing the bhakti. So everything will be covered there itself. So we are connecting with the Lord in the morning itself. So it is, Prabhupada used to say, if you want to be strong in bhakti, in progress very rapid in bhakti, don't miss the morning program. Even though you are not able to go to the temple, do it your home itself. Your home should be like a temple. You should treat your home like a temple, and your altar is the place where Lord is residing. So Lord is, you are supposed to be a servant in that temple. So if you see, we are going to a temple, we are serving to the Lord. That is, we are thinking that is the Lord's home. We are going and serving there. So similar way, our homes, we are saying that it is my home. It is not my home. This is Lord's home. Lord is residing in this home. So I am here to serve the Lord. So we can also follow these 5 types of worshipping the Lord. And also, apart from these 5 things, per day, Prabhupada advised us to do the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. That is the Yuga Dharma. So once the Mangalarti is over, immediately after the Tulasi Arti, immediately sit for the chanting the holy name of the Lord. So 16 rounds, it is minimum we have to chant. That is the way Prabhupada said for the devotees. So 16 rounds they will chant. So the morning, till that time, devotees will be there in the mode of like connecting with the Lord. And after that, once the chanting is over, the Darshanati time will come, then Darshanati, the darshan will open. There also we are connecting with the Lord, we are glorifying the Lord and with the prayers. And then we will go to the Guru Puja. Then we are glorifying the Guru Puja. If you, there is a, in Samsara Dava, if you see, there is a 8th stanza, it is said that by the mercy of the spiritual master, one received the benediction of Krishna. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. Therefore, I should always remember and praise the spiritual master. At least 3 times a day, I should offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of the spiritual master. So we always, every day morning, we will sing this Samsara Dava prayer to the Lord. So the Samsara Dava prayer, it is not for the Lord, it is for the spiritual master actually. So if you see the 8th stanza, Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado, Yasya prasada nagadikatopi, Dayan stuvam tasya yasastri sandhyam, Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam. In 17th century, Vaisnava Chakravarti Thakura, he wrote this Guru Vandana. So this is, so here if you see the meaning of this 8th stanza, it is saying that 3 times a day, at least 3 times a day, we have to remember our Guru and our spiritual master, and we'll do the obeisances and respectful obeisances we need to lotus feet of the spiritual master. So for that, first of all, Mangalarti itself, we are remembering, we are glorifying the Guru. And after Darshanarti also, we are glorifying the Guru. We are doing the Guru Puja. So that is also we are remembering the Lord. And whenever we are doing the three Santi, who got the Brahman Diksha, three Santi, they have to do the Sandhya Vandana. So Gayatri Mantra, they have to recite the Gayatri Mantra. So the three Santi means morning 6 o'clock, afternoon 12 o'clock, and evening 6 o'clock. So the morning 6 o'clock is the time. It is between the end of the night and beginning of the day. It is in between. It is not a night. We can't say it's a night. We can't say it is a day started. It is the beginning. And the afternoon time. Afternoon time is a noon, 12 o'clock. We can't say that it is a morning. We can't say it is the evening. It is in between. There is a mid. So it is a midday. So it is a noon. There again, Sandhi. Again, one more Sandhi. The third Sandhi in the evening, 6 o'clock. We can't say that it's the end of the day and beginning of the night. It is between both the time. So 6, 12, 6. This 3 times, again, we need to do the chanting the Gayatri Mantra. At the same time, we need to we'll do the respectful obeisances to the spiritual master. So this is the way the properly Prabhupada set up how the devotee day should be like that. 5 times you have to worship the Lord, do the chanting for a couple of hours, you have to recite the holy name of the Lord. And he said that morning program, after the Guru Puja, immediately we'll sit for Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. So one class, half-an-hour class will be there in all the temples, Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. They will take one sloka of the Srimad Bhagavatam and we'll just whatever we are doing currently. The similar way they will do Srimad Bhagavatam every day morning. And the afternoon, Prabhupada say that the afternoon after the Prasadam, read Bhagavad-gītā. And in the evening, morning Srimad Bhagavatam, afternoon Bhagavad-gītā, evening read Chaitanya Charitamrita, before going to bed, read Krishna book. So this is the way if you set up your life, if you are able to adapt this kind of life, it is very blissful life. You will always, the Maya cannot attack you because we are the entire day, we are connected with the Lord. But it is for working people, it is very difficult. But Matajis who are staying at home, they can try for this because this will take us to the rapid development in the spiritual path. You see the sloka 9.14, what Krishna is saying, Satatam kirtayando mam yadandascha dhritavrataha namasyandascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. He's saying that what is the qualities of the devotee, this devotee? Always chanting my glories. So always chanting, we are chanting the glories of the Lord. That means in any form, it is not necessary chanting means do the japa only. So that is also glorifying the Lord, invoking the Lord. So always chanting the glories means discussing about the pastimes of the Lord, reading Bhagavad-gītā, reading Bhagavatam, is all, whatever the things are connected with the Lord, everything which is glorifying the Lord. That is, all the things are glorifying the Lord. So that is why it is, the Lord is saying that always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination. People are trying to adapt this kind of life, whatever we discuss 5 times worshipping a day, do the chanting, read the books. This is the endeavoring for this great determination. Then bowing down before the Lord. Bowing down before the Lord is every day we have to bow down before the Lord. At least 5 times a day. We have 5 times whenever we are doing the worshipping the Lord. 5 times we need to do the obeisances to the bowing down. The full Dandavat Pranam, we'll say in ISKCON, we'll call it as the Dandavat. Danda means the rod, the stick. If you see the sannyasis, they used to keep a stick in the straight stick in their hand. And Danda, what means you need to do the obeisances. So the rod like, what means like. So Danda with rod like obeisance. Pranam means obeisances. The rod like obeisances. If you keep the rod and if you leave the rod, how the stick will fall down. Similar way, we need to feel ourselves as a stick and we need to fall on the lotus feet of the Lord. So the 5 times at least we need to do the bowing down before the Lord. and those great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. So this Lord is saying that if you do always chanting, enduring with great determination, bowing down before me, these are the great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. These are the great souls. They will worship me in great devotion. So this is the qualities Lord already set for us. So the devotee means this is the qualities. And in 9.34, there are a couple of places Lord is saying the same sloga. In last chapter also, Lord is saying the same sloga. How we can surrender to the Lord. Manmana, Bhavamat Bhakto, Madhyaji, Mam Namaskuru, Mam Evaisyasi, Yukvaivam, Atmana Mat Prayatdaha. So they are saying that here also he's saying that engage your mind, Manmana, engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee, offer obeisances unto me, and worship me. These are the four things he is saying that. Manmana, Bhavamat Bhakto, Madhyaji, Mam Namaskuru. Engage your mind always thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances unto me, worship me. So, in this way, we can be completely absorbed in the Lord. You can completely absorb in me. Surely you will come to me. He's saying that Lord is, you can come to me surely. So that is the reason our ISKCON, the Prabhupada also designed the ISKCON program also in that way, so that we can, the whole day, we can engage in the Lord from morning to till evening. So the morning, once you wake up, immediately go to take bath, immediately we'll attending the Darshana, Mangala Arati, the Vishwarupa Darshanam, and we'll do the chanting, and we'll attending the class of Srimad Bhagavatam. The morning program is over. Within that, Darshanarti also over. And in the afternoon, we are Rajaboga, we are preparing the food stuff and we are offering to the Lord, and we are doing the Arati. There also we are worshipping the Lord. Then we are taking the remnants of the food. That is also prasadam. We are taking as the prasadam. And that is again we are doing the Arati. It's a afternoon Arati. And the evening, we are doing the Sandhya Arati. There also we are glorifying the Lord. We are glorifying the Acharyas. And in the night, at the end of the day, around 8:30, we are worshipping the Lord. We are Shaina Arati. We are singing the Lord. Lord is going to sleep. So we are singing the Vaisnava songs so that Lord will be happy. So we are making him happy and Lord is going to sleep. And in between the day, we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad-gītā, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and hearing from the other senior devotees and the other pure devotees of the Lord, sannyasis. So the entire day we can engage in that way, so that it will cover all these angas. So Manmana, we can remember on the Lord, Bhavamat Bhakto, we can become a devotee, and we can do the obeisances, and we can worship the Lord. So all this will be covered in this if you follow the structure provided by the Prabhupada. So that is the way ISKCON structure is provided. So that is the way we can always engage in the Lord. We can remember the Lord always. So this is not only for people are wrongly thinking that in Hindus they will go only the festivals and function to the temple, and Muslims they are doing 5 times worship in a day. So we are doing more than anyone in this world, at least the ISKCON who are connected with ISKCON, who are following the process. The process is from 4:30 to till 8:30. We are connecting with the Lord. 8:30, you go back to bed so that you can wake up next day in the morning for the Darshanarti. So this is the way we are Mangalarti. So this is the way we are. The entire day is set for us, and we can always connect it with the Lord. This will make us stick to the next level of bhakti. That is the prema bhakti. If you stick with this morning program, afternoon program, and evening program of ISKCON, and follow the provided what Prabhupada provided, Prabhupada advised it. Prabhupada not advised something beyond our capacity, because there are devotees, they are doing this every day. We can also do, but we need to try. At least if we are not able to do also, but because even though we are going outside, we are in the office, particular that time we can, in the mind, we can do all those activities, so that we are always connected with the Lord. It will take us in the next level of bhakti. So that is today's sloga. It is talking about the Lord, focus on the Lord's pastimes and Lord's form, smiling face, fixed your things on your personal form of the Lord. That will, what will happen? So that will take us in the next level of bhakti. It will take us from sadhana bhakti to prema bhakti. Hare Krishna. Gandharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.